I'm really glad that you found this video today. I actually believe deeply right now as I record this that you were meant to find this. So whatever called you to click on this video, whatever strange feeling or synchronicity or coincidence, my invitation is just to trust that right now and to stay with what's coming through, to stay with this video for a moment. I'm not here to promise you that I have some special answer for you or that this video is the moment that everything you've ever wanted comes true. I'm not here to be another one of those videos telling you what your ego wants to hear that doesn't actually change anything at the deepest level. But what I am here to invite is a return to who you really are. Because when you do that, when you allow that, everything that you want can arrive. Everything that you really are here to create, everything that you've been tearing your hair out, wondering when it will arrive, when you'll be good enough, when you'll finally be ready for it, when the universe will bless you, when you've done enough, healed enough, hustled enough, manifested in the right way. This video is here to guide you back to the place deep within you, underneath all of that, that knows you've already arrived. You're already here. Take a breath with that right now. Just feel your body, feel the parts of you that are tired, that are in pain, that are screaming out something is wrong, something is missing, right? That part of you that just doesn't feel safe and hasn't felt safe in a really long time. I'm not here to take that part away from you right now. I'm here to bring you into contact with it, because it's only in coming into contact with it, really, taking a moment to really meet yourself, that you can actually arrive through it. Because here's the honest truth, the reason that you've been spiraling, the reason that you've been looping, the reason that you've been seeking and striving and struggling, doing all the things right, healing in the right way, manifesting in the right way, but not actually arriving in that life that you felt calling you, in that next level that keeps knocking. The reason that you've not arrived is because you're doing all of those things as a means to try and escape from something that just needs to be met. It needs to be met. Because in you trying to fix it, to heal it, to overcome it, to escape from it, to change it, to get more so that you don't have to feel it, you are perpetuating a lie, a story that says you are some small separate self that needs something outside of you in order to feel whole and safe. And as long as you're perpetuating that lie, you're going to keep getting the reflection of that back in your reality too. So the life that you want, the love that sets your soul on fire, the abundance that means that you never have to live in fear or scarcity again, the purpose and the mission that excites your soul, these things that you know are here, they won't fully land as long as you're coming from that place. And you're going to keep coming from that place as long as you keep trying to fix and heal and change what just needs to be met. And I can hear you right now, parts of you going, but I tried this, I've sat with it, or I don't know how to do it, it's scary, it's too much. Yeah, okay, just hear that voice. You're not that voice. Drop it. Drop it. Let it be there. Be the space that that voice arises in. Because you are that space. You are the one that you've been looking for. And what that means is these patterns of your life, these pains that you carry, these fears, these anxieties, these stories, that you keep believing that you need to heal or fix or change or get something so that they go away, they are purely, they're like a little innocent child that is asking for your loving attention, because it's only your loving attention that can free them. Why? Because these are memories. Many of them yours, but many of them not. They've just been passed on to you. They live in your body. They live in your nervous system. They live in your field. And the only thing that really sets them free is the loving presence of who you really are. The problem is no one taught you this. No one taught you how to build the capacity to stay with the discomfort long enough so that it actually dissolves, to actually stay with the parts of you that are in pain and suffering and scared, without identifying with them, without letting them take over the driving seat and start to drive that car, right? And go down all the patterns of dysfunction that you keep recreating, making you pick up the dating apps or open and watch porn or do whatever it is that you do. And then you shame yourself for it later. It's okay. It's just a pattern. It's not who you are. What I'm here to remind you of today is that you can keep going down this journey all you want. You can keep playing this game of seeking and searching and healing and hustling, yearning, striving, but not actually arriving. You can keep looping this cycle of your life, feeling like you get so close to that next level, so close to the breakthrough, and then something pulls it away. Something pulls the rug from underneath your feet, or you sabotage, or you collapse. And then you wonder, what's wrong with me? What am I missing? But it's like, even now, as you build up so much awareness, you can almost see yourself going through this loop again. Do you notice that at the moment you collapse, there's a part of you that's a little bit relieved? The moment that you recreate this loop, right, that you sabotage the relationship, that you throw away all the money, that you procrastinate and blow up the opportunity that you wanted but that were afraid to really seize. The moment that you fall back into the bottom of this loop, there's a part of you that is relieved about that. Do you notice that? There's a little, oh yeah, this is familiar. Here I am again. Because if you can start to notice that, you can start to recognize why this battle that you've been fighting for so long is actually just a game that you've been playing with yourself. It's a game you've been playing. And all the desperation and all the stories and all the why me and why is this still happening and what do I need to do are part of that same game. Because there's a part of you that is deeply invested in keeping you exactly where you are. There's a part of you that loves staying in this loop, in this pattern, because it's familiar, because at a deep level, part of you is a pretty kinky motherfucker and it loves getting a kick. It loves getting a kind of pleasure out of this pain, out of this illusion, this story. Now, whether this is landing fully or not right now, it doesn't really matter. What I want to really guide you to is the space that's opening up in you at my words. Because it's pointing to something deeper within you that you already know, but that you've not given yourself the space to fully land in, which is that you have already arrived. You are already it, and the life that you are here to live is not waiting for you to become someone new. It's waiting for you to embody who you really are. And that cannot happen as long as you keep perpetuating the lie and the story that says something is missing. I need to heal more. I need to fix myself. I need to improve myself. The only way that you can actually land at that and embody that, not just as a concept, because this is where most people stop. They get an insight and you go, yeah, that makes so much sense. And then no, you're in the loop still. Insight is not transformation. Breakthrough is not embodiment. Embodiment is the only thing that actually creates the reality that you want. Embodiment literally means teaching your nervous system, your body, communicating to reality through your behavior, through your state, day to day to day, who you are. And that who you are gets mirrored back to you in what you receive and what you experience. But the reason why it feels like you've been on this journey for so long, getting insights, getting moments, getting breakthroughs, but nothing changes, is because you stop at the moment of insight. You stop when you have the insight and you have the breakthrough and you get that dopamine hit and you feel like, yeah, we got this. But then a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and boom, you're doing the addictive habit again. You're procrastinating again. You're softening when you should be taking up space and speaking your truth with power, right? You're holding back and you're playing small. You're waiting, you're wanting, you're wandering instead of claiming and choosing and deciding. You're back in the loop. And in that moment, you feel like, damn, I did it again. There's something missing. Well, let's go heal deeper. Let's go look for the next trauma to fix, right? Let's go find a new process. And then you find the next insight and it's like, woo, yeah, this is it. And you do the same thing. I'm not saying this to call you out, but to call you forward. Because I've been here too. I've been in this loop. Going from insight to breakthrough, but not actually fully embodying and landing the change. Why? Because that is the boring, difficult work that's not sexy, that can't be sold to you in a weekend workshop or a quick piece of content in our attention economy. It's a work of devotion. It's a moment by moment unraveling and arriving into who you really are and choosing and deciding to move like that, even when parts of you are fucking terrified of it, even when every part of you wants to reach for the bottle or open the laptop to watch, you know what? It's in those moments that it really matters. When the old self, the old stories, the old attachments and patterns try and pull you back into what's familiar, pull you back into being a small separate self, pull you back into the story that you've been trying to outgrow and out-heal and out-manifest and push away for so long. It's in those moments that the real change happens. And here's the thing. It's not your fault. Nobody taught you how to do this. You've not been given the support and the structure that you need to actually live this in a world that is literally designed to train you to leave yourself, to leave the edge, to choose comfort, to step away. Everything is set against you. So it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. So if you hear yourself and if you hear something that resonates, that's truth, that's recognizing yourself in my words right now, my invitation to you is this. Do not let the insight that you're feeling here be a moment that fades. Let it be the beginning. Let it be the beginning of real embodiment. And if you don't know how to do that, this is the work that I do with people. To guide driven, crazy humans like you who have been in the healing and the hustling and the self-help world for a long time, but not actually managed to translate that into their lived reality. I help you change this by taking what is called, and what I call, a rite of passage. To quite literally meet yourself, to have a moment and an experience where you stop trying to be busy and running around trying to fix and change and distract yourself, and you meet what needs to be met within you. The parts of yourself that you've been running from, the edges that you've been avoiding. And you learn to allow and to feel them in a deeper way than you've ever done before. In that moment, you make contact with who you really are. And in that moment that you make contact, you're ready now to start embodying something new. But that's only where the work begins. This doesn't have to be a fight and a struggle and a grind, but it does take devotion, practice, and guidance. So if something stirs in you at my words and you want to know more, I run a free session called The Crossing. It's a 25-minute, to be honest, sometimes we go about 40 minutes. I will be on that conversation for as long as I need to be to serve you. That's the honest truth. But generally, it's about 25 to 30 minutes. And we're going to go direct to you, to your life, to your edge, to your loop, and help you understand what needs to be met so that you can stop looping and actually arrive into who you're meant to be. You can book that. There'll be a link in the description below, or in my bio if you're seeing this not on YouTube. Don't let this be a moment that fades. I'll see you in the crossing.